Good morning. It's June 5th, and I have some really exciting things to show you in the garden. It's been a little bit. As you can see, we've had our house painted. It finally is done. So I'm going to turn you around and show you all the beautiful things that have occurred in the last week. So we're going to start off with the front porch area, and the stilby is coming along. It should be blooming pretty soon. Probably the next video you see that will be in bloom. The Brunnera is doing wonderful. I've given that one a trim so that the heuchera can get some sunlight there. And we're going to finish up with the rest of them. I put my if you were with me during the winter time, this is the geranium, the mother plant, and she needs some attention and some trimming, and we're going to do some more cuttings and propagate some more geranium. I wasn't able to get in this garden because of the painter, and I didn't want to put anything in that he might trample. So I have been able to get some hollyhock in, some colocabor, or whatever those miniature petunia type things are. The last of the unplanted hollyhocks from the winter sowing. My daylilies will be coming up. Those are gorgeous, bright yellow. I have some chamomile here. I'm going to blend the chamomile with some of the broadleaf. That is a wonderful lotion that helps with skincare. There's one of the geraniums, the second one, that I propagated from the mother plant last year, not this past winter, and it is doing fabulous. The herbs here need to be transplanted. The hellebores are just finishing up. There's a little bit of blooms that I probably will have to cut off. I finished the compost tea that I made earlier. We have a chipmunk here that wants to run through. So yes, this garden I planning on finishing today. Down here you can see the ends of my bleeding heart. I have the white one, which I love. Okay, we're going to go under the apple tree where the grapes are, and I have some gorgeous proven winners. What are those called? Vista Violet Star. I have my notes here. So Vista Violet Star, and they are doing very well. I'm very pleased with it. Grapes are doing wonderful. You can see they are really coming along. Got some good grapes. Gonna make some Concord grape jam. And this is the second one. This is about 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. And I planted some purple fountain grass there. The clematis that I had growing there accidentally died, so I replaced it with purple fountain grass. So we're going to head over and admire the lacy maples. They look so good. Just love this combination. It's actually the two trees put together, two bushes. And then we're going to mosey on over. You might notice the boat is gone. We put that in the water yesterday, thanks to our son Bryan. And we'll look at the triangle bed that is doing pretty good. all my beds are struggling because I've been hand watering them. We're hoping to get the water fixed tomorrow. They're going to come out and look at it. The purple iris are done. They were absolutely stunning. And the rockin' purple, deep purple salvia, lovely. And this is a perennial, so we'll look forward to seeing that every year. The deep red heuchera, burgundy are doing well. The right side is starting to catch up, and I'm very happy about that. So this garden, I have some volunteer snapdragons, and there's a lovely pink one. So I'm just going to let that go. I do need to mulch this garden, and it desperately needs lots of attention as far as water goes, and we'll take care of that. So just a nice look here. You can see the variegated willow is doing well. Yeah, we have quite the population of chipmunks. And beautiful pink peonies that are in full bloom, and the mallow, and the white peonies, and wild rose is in bloom. You can see right here, that gives off such a lovely scent. Really pretty. My neighbor doesn't think so, but I like it. Still working on the veggie garden here. We got to clear this out, get the trellises ready. I did put some cabbage in a grow bag, and I did it so I can cover this with netting because we have those nasty white moths. So we're getting closer to the road, so you're going to hear lots of road noise. Here's a Roma tomato, and it does have some blooms on it, so that's exciting. I planted green beans along in front of the leeks. And some more tomatoes. And of course this beautiful nasturtium. And over here, lots of blooms on these tomatoes. They are doing very good. I'm very happy. This is a bunch of varieties. And we have bulb fennel that is doing beautiful. I planted 2 cucumbers. Both of those died, and I was able to put this one in, and we're hoping for the best on this one. Again, lots of blooms on these tomato plants. These all have been hand watered every night, and you can see the little little puddles basically where I've watered it last night. Some more blooms. And 2 pepper plants. I need to put more pepper plants in here, but I wanted to put something to trail up this. Both beds have trellises at each end. This one, it looks like it may be a combination of blooms. It's, oh, yes, it looks like at least 2. I may pick that. I don't like more than one bloom. It creates an odd looking tomato. A lot of people like it because it creates a big tomato, but what I found is that the tomato comes out in sections and they don't all ripen at the same time. So not a fan. This one may have one also. We'll see how that develops, but I don't want the energy going to something that I'm not going to eat. So this bed I want to put some cucumbers also on the trellises. The cherries are doing good, but unfortunately this tree is feeling the effects of the drought, not being watered like it normally does get watered, and hopefully that will all change tomorrow when we get the water fixed. We water from the lake, and it's very nourishing water. Still one bloom hanging in there. So just a scan of the property. The forsythia are going to be trimmed shortly, and very exciting here. We've got some blossoms on our lacy black lace elderberry, and I also have 2 standard elderberry plants to plant, but I'm waiting for them to get just a bit bigger because we do have critters that like to come and munch, and I don't want them to munch. Goji berry is doing good. Very excited that that's going to turn into a nice bush. Our clematis here, I did get rid of the weed that was coming through there. We've got one just about ready to open. How beautiful that will be when it's fully open. Our other clematis is just full of blooms, just about ready to open. There's always so much happening this time of year. I put some sunflower plants down here. I have 4 of them, so we'll see how those grow. They've actually germinated, 2 of them anyway, so we'll see. So I have a bag with 2 more tomatoes, Manitoba and Roma, and those are determinate, so they'll grow to a certain size, and then I'll find something else to occupy this trellis. I have a zucchini here that is coming along. It looks like it's going to do nicely. I'm going to keep wrapping straw around it and try to keep it fungus free. So here is the herb garden, and you can see when you if you saw the video of me picking the chives and harvesting them, and I was trying to be really quick, that was only last week. So the chive blossoms are in full bloom, and you want to pick chive blossoms when they are still just coming out, when they have that purple look to them, where they're not fading at all. And I'm going to make some chive vinegar. Comfrey is in bloom. Sweet William is coming back from last year, and I have more to put in this planter. This used to be an old gas barbecue that I turned into a planter. Horseradishes in bloom. More comfrey. Lemon balm. Again, this garden is in desperate need of some weeding and care. These are Shasta daisies that are coming up looking beautiful. My sage is in bloom, looking ever so gorgeous. And these peonies have been here for, I want to say, a good 30 years. I love them. Unfortunately, they don't get the care they need because this garden is generally the last garden that I work in to try and get everything cleaned up. I don't know if my buddleia is going to make it. I think it will. The new growth looks healthy. I thought it died, but I thought, well, I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. A lot of people have talked about their buddleias dying, and we don't know what the cause is. My potato bags are doing good. I've already put dirt in it twice. Topped it off twice. Of course, I put dirt in when I planted them, but they're looking great. So we'll wrap up with the staging area that I have here. We have some hot lips salvia, and what is this? Forgotten the name. I'll put that on the screen. I've forgotten the name of the purple that. And the bacopa is done blooming right now. It'll refresh in a little bit. The mums are coming along. These are balloon flowers that come up every year, and I think, okay, they're not going to come up, and then all of a sudden there they are. So I'll show you those when they're in bloom. And the hydrangea, again, everything is being hand watered, and so it's really difficult. It takes me and my husband an hour just to try and keep things alive. And I'm so excited to put these on the hill, but haven't been able to make it out to the hill. The hill gets absolutely no water, and it's extremely difficult to water that. And I've got one last peony there blooming, just so pretty. I've trimmed off most of the others. More, these are coleus that will be going down in my back entrance, and more of the petunias that will be put with the bubble gum. We'll see if the bubble gum takes over. We don't know. So this area here I finally finished with the Super Tuna Vista fuchsia and the watermelon coleus. And I think that's going to be stunning in a couple of weeks, especially after they've gotten the water that they need and not just droplets here and there that I can provide. And this peony here is been just a thriller. So stunning. Been enjoying it. It comes out like a bright orange, then it turns into like a peach, and then it's like a creamy yellow. I have a picture of it. I will probably end with posting that picture. So there you have it. This has been kind of a brief overview of the garden and how it's looking in the beginning of June.